Welcome to upstate New York, folks. It is 7:13 in the morning. And it's dark still! Thank you, Daylight Savings Time. They should just abolish that. I'm yelling at the car. I'm at the Erie Canal Trail. We're getting ready to do another section. And I'm just sitting in the car waiting for the sun to come up. Because I'd rather be here early to get out of here a little earlier. It's going to be a good, decent hike. I came in on 46, or 69 from Camden to 46 in Rome. Oh my goodness, that's going to be another whole story going through Rome. Anyway, that's where we are. Doing a section of the Erie Canal Trail. And you remember a couple years ago, everybody was offended by things and stuff like that. Like, I could remember the maple syrup bottle. What was that maple? It had the African American lady on it, Mrs. Butterworth. They had to rebrand that because people were offended. Well, you know what? Daylight savings time offends me. Why don't we do something with that? Nobody likes it. How is it accomplishing anything? You go to work at dark, you get home at dark, you're leaving the lights on longer. Daylight savings time's a joke. That offends me and everybody else. So why don't we get rid of that if we're getting rid of things that offend people? Because the hassle of changing the clocks in the car, the house, the video cameras, all your equipment needs to play with your clocks. Just, whatever, for whatever reason. It's serving no purpose anymore. Get rid of it. Well, I guess I'm ready to go for a hike. Yep, it's 7 o'clock right now, folks. But because we have to dump the clocks back an hour, and we'll be playing with the clocks again in another 5-6 months to jump it ahead. I missed a cool unit this morning on M363. Had the 1776 leading, but, it would have been daylight. Nope, missed out on that. And I'm going to get an early start on the hiking today. As you can see, I'm trying to show you the parking lot where we left off last time on this corner. The road, the canal. And let's get this going. I'm getting into winter here. I'm thinking about starting the canal heading west in Syracuse. So I'll probably start filming from there because now, it's 7 o'clock right now. And the sun's not even up. It's going to kind of hinder my ability to get here to do these videos when you have to wake up at 3 in the morning. So, because it's a 2-hour drive to get here now. So, I'll probably start working and start heading west on some other parts of the trail. So let's head to Rome, shall we? I did see one cool thing alongside the road. Another reason why we get here early in the morning is you don't have the road traffic. You might have by the time we get further up. So, we get the nice sunrise. It is a comfortable 30 degrees out right now. And that's another thing we're going to factor into on why we're going to start heading westbound from here on. Is because we're up in the mountains a little bit. The snow's going to last longer when it does snow, and the temperature's going to be much colder than it is where I live. So, starting to wind down the Adirondack and the hill part. We'll start heading westbound. across. So how warm it is right now. I also, the water's disturbed in here. It's like cloudy. So that's kind of curious. This canal's cut off. What's getting the water cloudy? It's like, it's stirring up the sediment is what I'm trying to say. Probably the ducks, you know. The ducks flying away, landing. That'll probably get some sediment stirred up. Yeah, it's the most wonderful time of the year. There's definitely a second towpath over there. It's a bit chill in the air, but when that sun comes up, it'll warm up nicely. It's hard to believe. A day and a half ago it was 70 degrees, and now it's like 30. just a factor in the weather. This old tree. Yeah, but more, look at this. This was never used, because look at the size of this tree. It's right in the middle of the... It's practically in the middle of the canal. So I don't even think they use this part. Why would they make towpath, cut all the trees along the side, but not trees out of the canal? I say trees because over here, look at these. These were never cut, and they would have naturally not grown in the water. Which is why they're dead now. So these trees in the canal were never cleared. So, am I missing something? Is there growing in the canal? There's no big one growing in there. So, see, this one's on this side, that one over there is on the other side. So I don't even think they even put a boat through this one. There's more up here. Boy, can you imagine how upset people would have been? Oh, you're building that in the wrong place after building a couple miles of it. All that work and effort they put into it to never use it. Oh, that would definitely irk me for my wages. What you're telling me I spent all my time and effort to make $1 a day, and you're not even gonna use the all that effort I put in. This looks like it's gonna be a nice day though. A little mowing duck out there. Well, you can't see through the brush. Oh, there it goes. Never mind, you see it now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's no way this would have been used back then. But still. It's like they went through and cleared it out. Never used it, so that's why all these trees are growing in. I don't think they even got to the point of putting water in. That must be natural water going into it. As we seen on the last video, the tunnel and viaduct they put in there, but and they never use it. Oh yeah, that'd make some people unhappy back then. What do you mean you're not going to use that canal? What do you mean your survey was wrong and you built it 2 miles further where it should have been? Who gooped that one up? Well, here's where we start turning. It gets kind of woodier here, so... Oh shoot, I want to say that's almost 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile already. So we're way down there. That's where the road is, where we started on the section. Yeah, they dug the ditch, they built the towpath and didn't even use it. Mind baffling. Again, I'm sure there's somebody in the comment section that'll know more about it. I'm not, you know, the kind of person that's gonna sit at the desk all day researching stuff because I don't have the time. So I'm sure somebody's out there sitting in an armchair going, hey, fact checking. Go right ahead. That's what the comment section's for. Because to me this doesn't even look like it ever even had water in it. It got built, dug, abandoned, without even being used, it looks like. The size of the trees in there though tells me otherwise. And then they put a lot of effort putting stonework and everything in tunnels. Something you're about to see come up. Oh, wait, hang on. No, never mind, that's nothing. I thought there was a tunnel right under here. I seen a creek over here. But it comes in from this way and goes that way. Because I thought this was going to be a tunnel. And it is not. Nope. Again, we're about a mile or two out of the city of Rome. So the beautiful forest scenery is going to turn into a urban metropolis. It's an old tree. I got a stop sign ahead. Yeah, I got a roadblock. An intersection coming up now. See, there's no way they could have used this even back when they built the towpath. Look at the size of this tree. This is a towpath. I thought that was a telephone pole for a minute. I mean, that tree's hundreds of years old until it died, but still. This towpath, that tree would have been there in the building of this towpath from the looks of it. Again, we are talking a couple hundred years too, so. What was it, 1820 something they started getting built? There is a parking lot up here. We'll see that shortly too. I considered parking there this morning and walking down to this road and then walking back, but it wouldn't feel the same. So I wanted to see it for the first time too, as you're seeing it, so you can get my reaction from it. But unfortunately, this feature that's coming up looks like it's part of the trail I've seen along the road, so I know there's something cool coming up. But like stuff along the way, I can't say spoiler alert. And there's that blue thing again. Again, if anybody knows what these are for, I'm gonna guess trail markers, but there's few in between, and then there's some that are like within feet of each other, and then you don't see any for miles. kind of defeats the purpose of being a trail marker. Yeah, you can see 46 coming up. We're not going to be crossing 46 at this point. We don't cross 46, thank goodness. Because in the daytime, that's going to be a hectic road to cross. Alright, so we got the canal over here. And we got a nice little creek over here now. And we're about to our next road crossing. And we will, unfortunately, for the rest of this video, be paralleling a busy road. So headphone users, time to turn off the ASMR, take your headphones off, and enjoy the noise of continuous traffic. Okay, so the research I did on up here, yeah, I researched each section, tried to do the best I can. And I think there's an old railroad track or rail line we're going to cross. We're going to end at 46 and 69 intersection, because that's where the roadwalk starts. So, but at some point along the way, we're going to cross an old rail bed or an abandoned railroad track, something like that. I know what's coming up. What's going on here? That creek. This kind of looks like a feature almost. It's a water feature. Oh, this must have been a railing that fell in. Yeah, there's a culvert. Yeah, that ain't canal. Huh? That's not canal area. There's like a culvert right here. Well, why would there be a culvert there? Yeah, there's one right there. So this is a culvert. So this had been put in when they made the trail. I still don't know when they made the trail. I know there's talk about, I think, 2017. But a lot of this looks like, I mean, this looks like it's been here a lot longer than 2017. When the Empire State Trail was christened. To, hey, that's a good idea. Let's make a state trail. So, you know, this looks new. This looks like 2017 era. Is that solid? That down there. That ain't too solid. You tap that like I just did here. It sounds like you punched somebody in the face. Alright, so I'm going to go to sneaky camera mode, which takes you out of the front line of my face. And I'm going to put you down the chest level. I don't know what's going on here. We got a road crossing. Woohoo! Huh. It's a gated road. Here's your creek. That looks like it's fairly built. Again, we did have that Deborah come through and do some damage that could have been rebuilt from then. Canal's right there, what's left of it. So it's just filled in. Unlike the other canals where it was kind of usable, where they put bridges on it. This is Fort Bull Road, Rome, New York. Next crossing 1.2 miles, 24 minutes. I have no idea what this road would be, because it doesn't look like it's a road now. Because it's a gated road. And 46 is right there. Oh, this is a feature. Okay, this is what I saw along the road. Let's see what this is. Yeah, this is the feature. I don't know if it's canal related yet or not. Well, I see the sunlight. The sun's almost up. No, this is a creek thing. Okay. This is the canal way over the creek. It's kind of newer construction. No trespassing. Oh. This might be where they let the water out. So here's the canal again. Yeah, this is the where they're letting the water out, I guess. But still, why would you let it out? I mean, it's, obviously it doesn't go past this point. And obviously it was higher. Interesting little thing going on here. Yeah, it's a gate. It's not in the canal era gate, but could have been. So, I don't know if anybody knows. I'll stumble around here for a little bit. Wait for the traffic to clear up. Again, good luck with that. This is Route 46, remember? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's some kind of diversion gate. Again, it didn't get busy until I come up to the gate, so it looks like the water would divert down these little channels. Or yeah, they are. And around. That's a wooden thing there. Wooden thing. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. So, which really doesn't make sense, because what you diverting it around, or diverting it to, if it's just gonna close the gate there and it's gonna come up here and down there, I don't know. You know, it'll make sense. So I don't know if anybody knows what's going on. Yeah, see, it's a dead end wall here. So, oh, I see. Okay, I just realized it. Wow, am I not thinking today or what? No. If they close the gates, the water will fill up to the stone level and then flow over. That's what's going on. Gates will drop, the creek will divert. This will raise the canal up, the water will spill over and continue on. That's what's going on. Wow, my head hurts. So that's why this looks like a swamp, because the gates are open and the creek's just freely flowing, where if they drop the gates down, then this will all be full of water. That explains it. To why it would need to be full of water, I don't know, but could be a recreational thing too, for all I know, somewhere. Like, I know there's a spot along the old abandoned part. Which one? That they float canal boats in. Oh, where's that place? You could actually ride a canal boat. Short distance, but it operates and it's a ride, so I don't know if that could be a seasonal thing where, okay, it's the middle of summertime, drop the gates, fill this up with water. I don't know. But there is a tourist thing that, like an old museum, that will actually give canal boat rides along the abandoned section. Alright, well, there's not going to be much to see from here on. I got a historic sign, and then I'm going to probably pocket the camera, because you got busy road on one side and buildings and structures on the other side, and no more forest and loud noises. As you see, we're going to go this way along Route 46. Canal is going to continue to be over there. I'll read this sign too. Well, maybe I'll stop here, man. As long as there's no traffic coming. People think I'm doing a speed trap thing going on right here. Ah, here we go. Okay, this has got some information on it you're going to want to see. Pause the video. Construction began here July 4th, 1817. First boat trip from Rome to Utica, October 22nd, 1819. 363 miles. Canal completed October 20th, 1825. So they actually used that canal? Wow. That's what it says, right? But the problem is Rome and Utica's over there. It has nothing to do with over here. So maybe this was the actual start point to go to Utica? I don't know, we'll find out. And again, there's not much to see. Why is this even here? What the? I just looked down and saw that photo. Yep, that's exactly what I did. Now I got the spooks from my house following me writing stuff in the ground. As I was saying before I was disturbed and looked down. Yeah, so this is what you're going to see the next couple of... Yeah. So, I'll save you the trouble. City or home, straight ahead. Yay. Our parking lot should be right in here somewhere. I'm guessing what that dark brown arrow is. Sunlight got me right in the eyes. Yeah, I don't know why the trail split off and went this way instead of continuing along the canal, but I guess we'll find out shortly. So we keep asking that question before I get further up the trail and then find out why, and then go, oh yeah, okay. So right here we have the Rome Sports Hall of Fame. We got a little bit of history here, looks like, because up ahead is the Erie Canal Village, Fort Bull. And that's that sign that we've seen earlier, so. You're seeing it as I see it, so here you go. So this is going to be put on my come back and visit later list. So, yeah, because I don't think it's open now. No, it's closed off. See, there's some history up there. An old bridge and stuff up there. Something to check out later in the summertime. Parking lot's right here. I'm pretty sure it's close to the season. Oh yeah. We got stuff on the other side. This actually doesn't look like it's been open at all this year, to be honest. I don't know. It says no unauthorized motor vehicles. Yeah, this is closed. This is gated at one point, closed off, so I don't think it's open anymore. Again, if anybody knows, comment down below, because to me, it doesn't look like it's been opened in a long time now. North Country National Scenic Trail. So here's a look behind you here. Yeah. No motor vehicles, I guess. Oh, maybe that's for the trail. Yeah, that's for the trail. I don't know. Again, it looks sketchy. It doesn't look like it's been open. Again, a lot of things are happening until COVID, and then a lot of people didn't recover from it, including up in this area, and that could be why. It probably did shut down and never reopened after the COVID pandemic. Because, you know, people, disease, people being in public places. Yeah, see, the parking lot's all overgrown here. I don't know, I could be wrong. Again, I'll check into it when I get home, now that I know it exists. I know there is a canal trail parking area somewhere around here. I thought that was it, but I was clearly wrong. Because that looks like a private parking lot. Yeah, kind of like a theme park parking lot, actually. And I'm just mumbling away. Now up here looks pretty interesting. Okay, never mind. I'm going to divide titles so I don't extend this too long. Oh, I screwed with this video camera. Apparently, something got screwed up. So now it's recording in high quality. And at some point along the way, it factory reset itself to, I think it was 420p, but now it's in 1080, so the video should be a little bit more crisper. Because I even noticed on YouTube, I'm like, why do these videos look like they suck? Well, other than the normal content. Hopefully that addresses. So this will be the first video after I found that out. So if the videos are coming in crisper, that's probably why. And again, I need to show you right where the sunlight is. Oh, this is interesting. Well, again, hello. Yeah, this is the parking lot, looks like. Whoa, this is slick. Holy crap. Oh, you can moonwalk here. Alright, stop being a goofball here on camera. Sorry. So this is a sign. This is the Old Erie Canal Historic Park, HP Sears Oil Company Service Station, Museum, 2.4 miles. I'll just walk closer. There you go. Can you read it now? Rome's downtown, 2.5 miles. Fort Stanwix National Monument, 2.5 miles. Bellamy Harbor Park, 4 miles. Yippee. So there's a lot to do in Rome. Again, I'm finding all this stuff out, so I'll be writing this stuff down when I edit these videos. And a lot of this is just for me right now. Rome Sports Hall of Fame. Oh, must be that building down there we passed. 0.2 miles. Lock 21, 6 miles. Wow. City of Oneida, 14 miles. And everything else that we just mentioned on the other side. So this looks like the official parking lot, but it also looks like a disaster zone. You can't see because it's in the sunlight. But this is the... Oh. And it seems like there's nobody here right now. Don't go that way. It leads you to an RV dump station. So our trail turns and goes this way. And this is why I don't think this place is open anymore, because, you know, it doesn't look like it's been open for a while. But again, I can be wrong. It is the off season, I'm sure, and if it was open, if anybody comes later in the afternoon, unlike first thing in the morning in November, then there'll probably be more signs. But the fact that there's an RV station over there raises questions too. So at one time, this place is pretty grand. I mean, look at how wide the parking lots are. It's like a theme park parking area. I don't know. I am baffled. But I can't see what's up ahead because Mother Nature wants to taunt me with the sun today. And you got this set. Oh, this must be the parking lot for the canal. Okay, so you park over here, I guess. Yeah. They want you to park here. And again, this is a secure area. There's cameras all over the place. So you can feel comfortable being in this spot. Once I get behind this sign where the shade is. See, this is what I was looking at when the sun blinded me. The dump station's on the other side of this dirt mound. So this is like an access road to a city facility. This is the road you come into, and when you come in, you take a right. It takes you to this parking lot over here. Whoa, wrong button. So that's where we are. Alright, and our trail goes this way. Getting a bunch of... At least we're off Route 46 for the part, so... where the road ends. I got some signs here. New York State Environmental Protection Fund, Empire State Erie Canal Trail, Priority Towpath Improvements, City of Rome. Funding from EPF in 2022. Parks.newyork.gov. Here's your information for that sign. So this is fairly new, it looks like. This must have been recently built. Cycle shack. And we're still on the North Country Natural Scenic Trail. Now they got their own trail markers, I've noticed. I'll show you those trail markers too. Right here. That's how I know where I'm gonna follow the blue blazes. So you're looking for those markers. And that's only for the North Country Scenic Trail. And we're back on the canal just like that. So pretty much we got diverted off from where this I can't think where that gate and lock was. I'll call it gate. We got diverted off the trail so we didn't walk through this theme park looking thing just to walk around the parking lot to come back to the trail. We could just went straight through there, but I don't know, it's just not my choice. It's the way they want us to go. It says, those green signs here, it says respect private property, stay on trail. And that clearly they don't want you going through that yard, so we got diverted to go around that way. Again, the parking lot for the trail is over here. A dump is over here. And it looks like it's related into the construction of this trail. Like I said, it was only not that long ago they were talking about making this through the entire state trail, so they're continuously making improvements on it and stuff. And this looks like it was recently, this little area was recently done. I mean, that's brand new wood. These are brand new signs and gates. So, interesting. And who knows what's going to look like in a few years. 20 years down the road, who knows what this will look like. I think I was supposed to end at that parking lot, actually. Yeah, the gate down there is probably open for the winter. There's that old bridge that we were showing you earlier. So I'm sure this would be much fuller during the summertime. Maybe they diverted it from the last time the map was updated, because I was expecting to walk to 46 and 69, but it said no, go this way. So now I don't know. And I was expecting to cross an old railroad bed or a set of tracks. So we gotta keep an eye out for that. But at least we're not along the road like I thought we were gonna be. I'll take this view in any other day. Those look like railroad tracks, to be honest. I thought it was an old road, but maybe there's railroad tracks up here too. Those are railroad tracks. What the hell? We're supposed to be crossing them like this. Maybe my maps are screwed up. Oh, I don't know. We'll find out shortly. Rail tracks are still up there too. See, I don't know, cause I keep thinking that was a theme park. Those could be theme park ride tracks. I don't think so, but there's also a active freight short line. I think it's Genesee and Wyoming branded. I'm not sure of the actual name, but I think the company is Genesee and Wyoming that owns this, if that is active tracks. Or, you know what I mean. Those are tracks. Genesee and Wyoming owns those. They're not active, clearly. Trust me, they're not active. I know that from here. Because they weren't on the map, so I don't see what it would be active. But they're there. Genesee Valley Transportation owns them, or GVT, or Genesee, Wyoming, something like that up in Rome. You can look it up. I'll look it up when I get home. It's the same railroad that goes up into Boonville. Yeah, GVT, Genesee Valley Transportation. I think that's the one that runs alcohol equipment. We got something coming up. I keep poking my hand up in my face, you know, to do this. So there's something right there coming up. That's about as far as I can see. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Go as far as we can, that's for sure. Let me show you this side. It's just, yeah, we definitely been diverted off the original, what the map said, trail. Because the main city's up in there. You see the trees. Beautiful day out, despite it being 38 degrees. It's warmed up a little bit, but this is a, yeah, see, this is recently new. This has definitely been built. I mean, they still have stickers from the wood on them still. So this is new. What is this? Sketchy entrance. And what is that sketchy noise? I'm coming up to a sketchy entrance. Well, that's weird. Respect private property, stay on trail, but the cycle shack's that way. What? What's going on? I'm lost. Oh, there's a stupid joke coming up because it's the way it's being represented to me right now. Oh, look, a gate. Respect private property, stay on trail. That's the way to the cycle shack. It's also the way to Ubway, dip in donuts, and ice cream. It's like, hey kids, come check out this van with no windows. Yeah, let's just keep walking. Hey kids, want some candy? Says the guy with the windowless van. But again, it's nice that they're getting business from the trail too, so. I did do English. Put your mouth in English. Thank you. Brain, function with mouth. Okay, check and check. I did some Google research on the trail westbound, and I happened to come across Fairport. And for those that know Fairport, there's a little virtual rail fan rail cam. The Erie Canal Trail is feet, literally feet from the Fairport Rail Park. So that's something to look forward when I do the westbound section of the Erie Canal Trail. Is we know in Fairport, you know I'm gonna swing by that rail fan area and say hi to the virtual rail fan cam on my way through. But again, to where I live, to Fairport is a 3-hour drive. Just like it's 2 hours to get from Sandy Creek to Rome, New York. So when somebody decides they're going to take an hour away and call it savings time, it don't work. When the sun comes up at 7 in the morning instead of 6 or 8 or whatever the hell time it is. Now I know Rome does have a creek walk in a separate trail that goes to another park. That's worth, well, of course, I'm going to probably look at it at some point down the road. Apparently mouth is numb. I mean, it's not like it's cold out or anything with the frost. But there is a trail that follows the creek on the other side of Rome. It goes up through the city a little bit. I think it actually comes off this trail too, so I don't know. There are options in Rome. Like you got we got to visit the Onondaga Creek Walk. There's one out in Chenango, and there's one in Oneida. So there's a lot of trails along the way. Yeah, this is recent. They did this within the last 2 years. That's another downside of this trail is, since I got on this new part, it's been garbage after garbage. But again, they probably didn't have time to clean it up. That's, see, I don't know, it's kind of sketchy. Yeah, that stuff's, I mean, see a lot of that. Just dumping ground. That's the only downside of this part of the trail. But there could be homeless people out here too, so keep that in mind. Well, whatever this old bridge is, does not look like we're going to be crossing it. It's right there, but the trail turns. And there's a gate. Well, that's a cool view. I'm going to turn around and do it slowly. So I'm thinking more. I do know, I think I heard from history, the Mohawk River was part of the canal for a little bit. I'm thinking that's what this is. This is the creek in the Rome. That's also the canal. And that's probably what that gate was. Until they built the road over it and, you know, covered the canal up and blocked it off. When it clearly used to go miles. So this must have been where the creek naturally would have flowed out through that gate and kept the canal levels up. But now that the canal got obliterated, it just goes out the gate. It doesn't need to be there anymore. Because this looks like a creek that was once turned into canal. Now you notice there's no big trees or anything growing up out of it. This is what the canal should look like. Just, you know, take the water away and a couple years of growth, a couple hundred years of growth. There still won't be those huge trees in the middle of it like you saw at the beginning. This is the way it should look, even if it was abandoned and not used. You know, just those historic things that come to mind, and what were they thinking, and how did that get done, and why, and, you know, stuff like that. Unfortunately, the more I think of it, I wonder what kind of trail was here before this trail was made. Because if this was constructed in the last couple of years, all these piles, I wonder if this was like an old, you know, it wasn't as extensive as it is. If it was an old trail that homeless people walk down and make camps along, but nobody used it. Now we put this huge popular trail in, and those are the abandoned homeless camps because of the trail being now popular, and not just some trail in the woods that nobody knew about. I wonder if that's what happened. Because there's a pile of debris there, an old blanket and pillows. So it's like this was like a little tiny footpath nobody cared about, and then the state went, hey, let's build this trail through here, and the homeless people were like, holy crap, there's a lot of people using this trail, I'm gonna go move my camp somewhere else. Let's hear some more. So I'm betting that's what happened. This used to be some small footpath, and then you can see right here, this looks like it was a homeless camp too. Stuff. Yeah. I bet you that's what happened. This was some middle of nowhere trail, but then the state put this huge popular trail in. Now that's original. Do we go over that bridge? We do not. That's an original canal bridge, and I don't think we can get over to it. That's private property. Yeah, Joe keeps telling us to go this way, but there is nothing saying you can't be in there. I'm just gonna go take a peek at the bridge. Oh, this might be the section of our road walk. Yeah, okay. We can come up to the main road now. Yeah, so I don't see no trespassing signs. Guess we could go take a look at this old bridge. Well, no, I think it's secure. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna go over there because there's a camera over there. So I don't know what's going on over there, but we just won't go and explore there. I'll show you the camera in a minute. Oh yeah, that's for sure. So that's secure. Probably with all the homeless people too. I'd like to get a good shot of that bridge, but the sun's gonna kinda, yeah. This is the best view we can get of it and everything else. So that's the original long time ago road. Original stonework. Stuff like that. Quite small, quite low to the ground. Then you notice on the other side there's like a, hey, there's a camera over here sign. So you're being watched. So me no go. But still, a sign saying keep out would be more helpful instead of going, hey, smile. So I don't know what's going on with that over there. But there's a lot of stuff lately I don't know what's going on either, so. we won't poke that bear today. I mean, it's clearly there's no signs that say you can't be over there, and that's a nice historic bridge. But well, I think this is going to be the end of this section because it looks like our roadwalk's coming up. We got this huge cell phone tower sitting here. Yeah, see, this probably used to be an old road and you just go straight down in there. So they might have just said, hey, let's run this trail this way. Time for the handy cam hand. Yeah, see, now you see what we're coming up to here, which is why I want to get here early in the morning next time. Erie Boulevard. Now where does the trail go from here? Here's the tracks. Okay. See, now this is what I was talking about. Oh boy. This is the abandoned right-of-way that we were supposed to cross. Clearly it's been severed here. So they pulled the tracks up long ago. I'm trying to... Okay, so Google Maps is off about a mile. So we're at the point where we have to go back this way along Port 8, go up to another road and go straight down. So yeah, of course there's a truck on it to take that specific short road at this specific time. So at some point we're going to have to drive over that way. But this is Erie Boulevard. This is 46, 69. This is the main road in Rome, as you can clearly tell. And I think that street up there with the stop sign is the street you're going to want to take when you're cycling through here. And that's why they do it, because you're going to go this way. I think to an intersection, cross the intersection, get on that road, so you're not in this busy road is what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep you away from this. Yeah. Next intersection is probably a quarter mile up the road here. And yeah, it looks like the trail does cross right there. So, sorry, I didn't realize you're looking where you were looking. So you're going to cross up there because there's a clearly state trail intersection. And then you're probably going to get on that road I just showed you. Yeah. So you don't cycle along this insanely busy main thoroughfare 4-lane highway. And I didn't see this when I walked by it. Empire State Trail at Rome. Yeah, here you go. Here's a better description with the sun. Oh, there we go. So that's what they want you to do. That's where you are now. They want you to jet across that road, West Dominic Street, go by the hospital, come down here to Gazier Field. Now that's where I'm going to start the next section, okay? So that'll be my next canal walk. As far as I'm going, I don't know. And these are the other two trails I was talking about. It's a separate side trail off. Here, you can read it if you want. Empire State Trail off-road, on-road, Mohawk River Trail. Mohawk River Trail on-road. Places of interest. You are here, and then down and over. Okay, so there's a bunch of colleges there. Muck Road. I wonder if that's what we're on. No, what are you kidding? As if you're up there, you're not going to be on Muck Road. But still, it doesn't show the railroad tracks on the other side of the canal. So, what are those tracks? So yeah, the Google Maps is right. It does have that jaunt. And that's what road is right next to us. 46, 49, 69. It's like 3 roads into one. So they're just going to have it go that way. So we'll start here at this field. This geyser field. And then it can pick up back then. I'll probably do a road drive early in the morning through here. On 69, 46, 49, whatever the road is called. I'm not going to go up there and take West Ham. I'll just come straight in and then down to this field. That's the main railroad right here. That's the CSX main line. So we're not that far from it. I don't know what's further on, but I kind of want to continue on past this point. But at least you got a lot of restaurants. City Hall is 0.8 miles. Fort Stanwix National Monument. Where is that? Okay, so that's another reason to go that way. Alright. Bellamy Harbor Park. So it's 3.3 miles from here to Bellamy Harbor Park. So that's 3 miles. And there's your Fort Stanwix National Monument. Rome's Historical Society, Fire Station, Police Department, Veterans Park, City Hall. So yeah. Alright, well, and you're also on the North Country Scenic Trail. So that'll end this section, folks. I'm going to B-roll on the way back. So at some point, this road used to come all the way down through, past the gates, continued on past, and then that's what this old abandoned bridge is. Again, I'll look it up later. But that's why I was confused earlier, because I thought I was taking all the 46 up, and no, I didn't see the the other section. But again, you don't know until you show up. But at least I know, hey, wait, I'm supposed to go back this way and that way. That still exists. And that's kind of creepy, though. I'm still baffled about this here. A nice historic bridge there. Smile, you're on camera. Smile, where'd you hide it? Yeah, it's like, I wonder where the camera is. Oh. So, and there's no keep out signs. It's the baffling part. If it's private property, it's enough to have the camera. Why? What? I missed this. This is ancient. Why is this here? That's old school fire hydrant. Wow. Buried in the woods. Oh, you can't see it? Sorry. Look through the viewfinder more. Yeah. That must have been here when that road used to go through here. That's some old schoolery stuff here. Sunlight. Why is it when I try to get something of interest, you gotta be in the way? Can't really see the builder's plate. I mean, this thing is ancient. So whatever was back here required a fire hydrant. And it's in line with this road and this bridge. Again, you never know what you're going to find along the trail. We were all, whoa, see that bird almost took me out? And we were all oohing and ahhing over this cell phone tower. We never even noticed the history. Man, I'm so tempted to go over that bridge. But clearly, no, you're not supposed to be over there. Yep, so this part of the trail looks like it's new. and it kicked a bunch of people out. I'm still baffled about the railroad tracks over there, because they ain't showing up on any maps or anything, but they're clearly over there, and they're clearly railroad tracks. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video for this section. Well, if you know what's going on, leave a comment down below, and thanks for watching. I'm going to B-roll stuff on the way back. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. It's just random stuff just scattered about. Random stuff. Clothes. Stuff like that. Now, if I was homeless and didn't want anybody to bother me, I'd be way back in the woods. And again, maybe that's what this was. It's a small deer trail. And then the state put this trail in, and, well, speaking of deer, I do see some deer tracks down here, so. I haven't seen any wildlife yet of that nature, but I've been surprised before. Let's see, there's more stuff here too. Sketchy section. See, now here it's pillows, blankets, stuff like that. It's just like, why? Anyway. Couple side notes is this must have been a pull off, because you can see how the trail zips around, not being straight. Because they're on the straight section right now. We're going straight across and meet the trail, but I'm guessing this was here for boats to pass. I don't know, it's just some feature. I was too well, you'll see why I didn't notice it the first time by. Other than the sun being in my eyes. It just also raises the question on, with that security camera back there and caution camera in use. And this is what's the baffling and confusing part is, back there, here, I'm not there yet. So back there, you clearly seen the whole perimeter. You had the gate. You had nothing saying stay out. But here, you have respect private property, stay on trail. Where were these signs back there at the security camera? But you have them here, but clearly it says respect private property, but clearly to get to the cycle shack, the subway, there's a trail through here. And the gate's open. And further up at the beginning, I'm going to show you, that also has green signs that say stay on trail, respect private property. But back there, where there's a security camera, does not have these signs. But they have a security camera. And people are going to want to go look at that bridge. But, you know, it's like, what? So why does the security camera place not have signs that say stay on trail, but it's a secure area with a security camera, and you got a trail here that says stay on the trail, Hey, you gotta go this way to get to the Cycle Shack and the Dunkin' Donuts. Stay on the trail, go this way. Oh, it's just confusing. Just like those rail tracks are over there that end up apparently dead ending at a abandoned theme park. Look like parking lot, which we'll see here shortly. Just, you know, just think about hiking is clears your mind, and then you start thinking a little bit better and go, wait a minute, this ain't right. And then now you're even confused as when you weren't before. You're more confused than when you left. But overall, it is what it is. It's just, again, you get out, you see stuff like this. Those railroad tracks still baffle me. I don't see any reason there would be a rail line back here. To be honest. Because I don't think it goes much past this complex. But again, I don't know. Again, this is all spur at the moment. Talking to you now. Of course, I'm going to get home and research that because I didn't know about this set of tracks. I knew about the ones along 46 there and back there at that main road where they were cut. I knew about that right away. I did not know about this one, and clearly those are railroad tracks. So I'm going to have to do myself research into that. Because there's no reason they would have to come back here. There's nothing back here. But these ones are still intact, where the ones at the main road were cut. So why are these here? The other ones are cut. And I don't see any reason for them to be back here. Unless there's a complex over here. It could have been a complex back then, and those buildings are turned into this theme park-like place, but we won't know unless it opens up and then we come and visit it. But there's always Google Maps street view from the air, satellite view, that you can probably see it from. So yeah, more questions, less answers. And again, if you have answers for my questions, feel free to put them down below, and then everybody will know the nonsensory I've been talking about this whole time on all these videos. That's probably what all that comes out of my mouth is nonsense and stupid jokes. That's if you're speaking in English. I see, I don't know those tracks there though. There's a culvert there. I don't see the tracks past that. I see the tracks right here, culvert, and then I don't see them anymore. Maybe they were cut there. Cause on there, yeah, I don't see them past this point. What is that? Again, I'm in the angle where the sun's in my eyes. So it's probably going to be showing up better on the camera than it is the way I'm seeing it. It's like a thing there. I don't know, it's just baffling. And I wonder if they followed that right away all the way down to where I'm parked. like way back when maybe that railroad used to go down to where I'm parked, and that road where there's a road now was a railroad all the way down through, and then abandoned railroad and then made a road. I don't know. And again with this place, funding from EPF in 2022. I wonder if this was actually when it was built. Again, that'd explain all the homeless camps and when they were abruptly surprised by construction for the trail. So again, this is a road to a dirt pile. So your parking lot, it is a trailhead parking lot, is going to be right here. Now that the sun's up, I can show you a little better. In fact, it looks like that's a private residence now in theme park world over there. Or maybe they're open. I don't know. I don't know. What time is it? Well, it's got to be past 9 now, so yeah, it's about quite a few car parking lot, maybe a 15 car parking lot. I'm still baffled at the RV pump station over there though. Yeah, I don't know. This place has got me scratching my head for sure. So now you know, you see it the way I see it. Look at these old style lamps. This all used to be a parking lot, and then it's not. So, I don't know what happened. It's a big complex, that's for sure. It looked like it was very popular at one time, but apparently not anymore. So yeah, there's your Route 46, so when you come in, that's where you park. You don't park over there. You don't park over there. Go up to the gate, and your parking lot's on the right. And there's your canal signs. And you don't go that way because, well, unless you want to visit. So. Here's another old fire hydrant. This one's covered up and abandoned. So that must have been for the theme park thing. Because the new one's right here. Yeah, so if anybody knows what's going on with this, I'd like to know. Because it's a pretty huge complex back in there. Whoa. Ignore that. That is close to my head. Yeah, let's not walk under the power cables. How did I not see that this morning? They're literally right there. I don't know. This has got me thinking. I definitely want to come visit it, but I don't know if it's open or not. Documenting this moment in history. Oh. Say there's no cars on this section of Route 46. That's all I wanted to say. I'm almost at the gate for the canal. Yeah, I'm just glad that the walk next to the road wasn't as long as it was. So that was a lot helpful. I was not expecting the trail to be off to the side as much as it went away from the road, because it looked like it was going to be right on the road the whole time. And again, photo. So there's a photo. There's your marker. And here's the other side. It says photo as well that I seen this morning. Another one. Photo. Why? What's the reason of having those in the... Wow. Here's what the gates and everything look like. Yeah. So that's how they regulated water for sure. The fact this structure is still in use and is preserved the way it is amazing. Here's the creek. And there's the gates. Wide open, letting the creek flow. So they'd shut those gates. The water behind the stonework will get to a certain level, then spill out. And that's what regulated the water in the canal. So the creek looks like it was part of the canal. They just closed the gates, fill the canal up till it spills over, and that's the heights they needed. And then the water was just channeled away like it is now. Wow. Again, information plaques could kind of be useful. Like, hey, this is what this is used for. But the fact that it's perfectly intact, it's definitely something to see. Once you understand how it works now. It's definitely a historic structure. Plank wood for the water to spill out. Here's where it would have spilled out. Spilled out on the wood and it just went right back as a creek. And on this culvert right there. Yeah, so it's pretty impressive to see in person. And they keep it well maintained, and yeah. Who knew when they built this, what, 200 years ago? That it'd be a tourist attraction. Pretty much, right? Yeah. Something to see in person for sure. And there was something else here before. So, yep. No trespassing, must be for the trap door. That's probably why they control the gates. And again, as I was saying before, the canal would have continued on this way, obviously. And this is where the creek naturally would have flowed out. So, continuing on. Yeah, who would have knew back then people would be at awe over that construction. And again, here's the canal. So they put a berm there purposely to make sure the creek flowed out where it's supposed to, instead of keep putting water into a canal that don't work anymore. That ends a couple miles that way. And then they built this road here and completely blocked it off. Is this a road crossing? I missed that sign. 30 minutes, yeah. Fort Bull Road, Rome, New York. 1.3 miles, 30 minutes. That's got to be the road we're parked at. And seeing there's no sign of railroad tracks either, so. Huh. One of the cool things you see, with sunshine there's no frost, where the shade is, there's frost. How cool is that? Only where the shade is, there's frost. And the canal. Hang on. I was seeing things. I thought that was stonework for a minute. I'm like, why is there stonework? Because we know Route 46. Oh, that road's nowhere near there. I don't know. That's weird. There's no reason for stonework to be there. We saw on the abandoned smaller section. No, that's dirt. Okay. It looks like stonework, but it's not. And Route 46 isn't near there. I just forgot where it was because at that specific moment in time I did not hear traffic. So now I know it's not near there, but I was referring to back in the smaller canal that went to Syracuse that was abandoned. Route 46 had stonework that looked like to support the road. So I was going to say, well, we know that road was there when they built the canal to have the stonework support it, but it wasn't stonework and there's no road to support it. So scratch that. Is that what that bird's doing? Stacking wood too? I didn't know woodpeckers. At least it wasn't a woodchuck to be chucking it. Oh my god. Mother Nature's improved. Woodpeckers now perfectly cut wood and stack them. And woodchuck just chucks them at you. Again, I can't make this stuff up. Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, the woodpecker's in the tree above the stacked pieces of wood, so. Of all the trees. I mean, you see any other stacked pieces of wood anywhere along this trail? Do you? That's where the woodpecker's working. Do you see any other stack of wood along this entire trail? No. So what are the chances? So there you go. Sometimes Mother Nature provides the funny. I'm just a stupid one to think the stupid jokes to say at the specific stupid time. That in that one specific tree, in all of these trees, in all of this trail, with the stacked wood under it, is a woodpecker. Just like in the last episode, on the other part of the trail I did. What are the chances that the deer would walk out of the woods and walk towards you, get to here, and then run away? I can't make that up. I mean, yeah, the encounter's awesome, but it's not like I was hiding behind a tree. And it knew I was there because it walked toward me to a certain point, and then it became afraid. After walking toward me for a couple hundred feet. Again, if you got a trail near you, let's get out and enjoy nature. Just don't get them up. Don't let them get so close that they're gonna take your wallet and mug you and stuff like that. But you know. And yes, I do have a Sunday, so because I don't know what kind of encounter I'm gonna have now. Because lately they've been weird. So, and being. Hang on, I gotta fix this now that I pulled it out of my pocket. That's why you're. Because I stopped and took a break, and yeah, and now my drink is in the way of me putting that back in my pocket now that I pulled it out. Anyway, you didn't really need to know that. I just figured I'd tell you. I guess because the camera's on. Yeah, what I was saying is, because right now it's the second week of November and the deer are in rut. So that happened before the rut, but if a buck jumps out of this woods and wants to take you on, I got that with me, and I never know who I'm going to encounter along the trail. Like we passed what looked like possible homeless camps. So you don't know what kind of creep is creeping. And yes, we could have a possible bear encounter up there as we get further and further eastbound, more into the mountain range. So, yeah. There's something weird along here I was going to show you. Because I passed that old telephone pole with the blue ribbon steel thing down there. And there's something before that I'm trying to find. It was a little odd. So, huh. Okay, what I thought was cloudy water earlier, we're going back to when I first started the video. It's swamp water, not cloudy water. Now the sun's up, I can see better. See, the sun's blinding in the eyes like this, or it's dark out. But now that I can see better, that I'm heading away from the sun and it's daylight, I thought I seen a beaver dam at the beginning of the video, which is weird, because I thought they only hung out near moving water. So that's one of the things I said at the beginning, well, I gotta do some B-roll on the way back. So here we are on the way back. Boom, B-roll. Making stupid jokes and having fun while we do it. That's what it's about. Get your mind off things. And then your mind wanders. And then that's why, as the video progresses, jokes get stupider. Now this looks like a beaver dam. It is. I see where the beavers chewed wood. Let's see. Right here. Right? That's beaver chewed? Yeah. That's a beaver dam house, whatever it is, in this tree that fell over. Huh. There's beaver in the... Yeah, right there. There's where it cut the tree. Huh. Another tree got cut here. It looks like it's coming up and down the hill here. There's a little bit of a disturbance in the water here, and you can see where something's coming up and down the hill here. So there's beaver in there. I don't think a beaver did that though. Oh, I hear a train horn in the distance. Oh my god, another stupid joke's about to come out. That ain't a train in the distance. The beaver's watching one of your train videos, apparently. Carry on. Well, there you go. It's a beaver house. You can hear it watching the train video. Oh my god. Please tell me you at least heard that. Horn blowing. The mic volume set to max, so I'm pretty sure you did. Because they talk in a soft-spoken voice, so the microphone level. That's why you hear things that I sometimes don't. So I know you got the train horn. Because when I'm out in the wilderness, I talk softly so I don't spook any animals. So I have the microphone maxed out. But still, what are the chances out of this whole hike, you don't hear a train horn until you're looking at a beaver house. A house of beavers. What are the chances a woodpecker would be pecking wood out of a tree above stacked wood? Again, I can't make this stuff up. And we got another. Oh, what's going on over here? One must be male, one must be female, but it seems like the browns hang with the regular mallards. So I don't know anything about ducks, obviously. For all I know, those could be Canada geese. Wait, what's gonna happen? Okay, I thought for sure I was gonna make a stupid joke just now, but again, I haven't seen one of those since I talked about last time in the early morning. In fact, I think it's right in this area. Whoa! I wasn't expecting that bird. Hello. Goodbye. I was going to try to zoom in on it. And now look at this tree here. See, that would not be that big in an active canal. No way. And clearly, you can see what the towpath and the bank is. Over there somewhere. I try to get an angle of it there. So clearly that tree's in the middle of the canal. That big tree. So that guy is still up there with the dog? Am I seeing things, or is... Okay, see, now that I'm getting closer, I can see what's going on. Because, you know, I'm only about a half mile away compared to a mile and a half away. So yeah, I think this year I'm going to end in Utica, eastbound. And if the weather cooperates, I'm going to continue or start. Because first I'm going to do the creek walk in Syracuse. So when that starts getting posted, the Syracuse Creek Walk, I'm going to start heading westbound. I want to try to get to Fairport earliest as possible to rail fan there and say I'm doing the trail. So at least get to Fairport next year. So we'll try to go to Utica. We'll call it eastbound. I'll do the Syracuse Creek Walk, which is part of the Erie Trail. English enable, thank you, which is part of the Erie Canal Trail. That beaver's been busy too. Look at these perfect precision beaver cuts. Wow, that beaver's... Oh, wait, never mind. Look at that perfect... Oh my god. The joke is, these are human cut pieces of wood by a chainsaw. The joke is that right next to these human cut chainsaw cuts, just like the beaver house train horn and the woodpecker stacked wood, is, of all places, you got these chainsaw cut tree logs right behind a beaver cut tree. What are the chances? My head's starting to hurt. Anyway, we're going to end in Utica for this year. And we're going to do the creek walk in Syracuse. I believe that's part of the Erie Canal Trail. And then we'll hook up, you know, because the Erie Canal Trail starts, I'm going to say, well, the westbound starts at the fairgrounds area. And there's also an on and on the Lake Parkway Trail. But, you know, the creek walk in Syracuse is, I'm sure, pretty much is part of the Erie Canal Trail. So we'll start there. We'll start heading westbound and get as far as we can during this next year. And yeah, it won't be too long at this rate if the weather stays good. We should get to Utica here real quick, and then I'll stay close to home, you know, because the weather's going to start sucking here shortly. So I'll do local things in the Syracuse area. I guess you can call it local compared to what you've been doing lately. Yeah. It's still an hour drive for me to get to Syracuse from where I live, so we'll do that, I guess. I'm just thinking this as I walk through, looking around, spotting out stupid jokes. So we're almost there, and yeah. This is another long video, unfortunately, but you know, hopefully it was a good one. It was definitely a good one to hike. A lot of interesting things to see along the way. I hope no train. I hope no beavers are watching a train video this time. So that's definitely a beaver lodge. That's what I wanted to say before. Not house, lodge. Duh. That's definitely beaver. So there's beaver in this section of the abandoned Erie Canal Trail. It's interesting because it was started off as a small, narrow, really old trail, Erie Canal, which then we got dumped into the active one for maybe 2 miles, and then we're back to an abandoned one that may have never been used. And then we'll eventually hook back into an active one. And well, that's it from the abandoned part, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's abandoned westbound, but as of eastbound, we'll be right back to the main active one, which is closed for the season, but another reason to come back spring next year and continue the series when you have the canals open and boats floating by, barges, whatever they're called. Get the see the actual lock work. I plan on paying a revisit to Lock 21. So I might start something about the lock houses itself, like 21, 22, 23, that are actively doing something. I might as well. I'm going right by them, and they're of historic significance as well. See, there's no way that tree would have been left there. Sunlight. That's a good sized tree. There's no way that would have been left in the middle of the canal like that. And there's no way with all that water in there it would have grew like that. And that is stagnant water because I can smell it up here. Well, the end is in sight. I'm going to say it's about 3 miles. I could be wrong. I'm going to say about 3 miles for the trip today. That's 3 miles out, another 3 miles back, so that's total 6 miles. Easily. We'll climb over there. And yeah, here's our road. Nice little hike. See, I don't know where there's something weird in there. What kind of animal is that? It's got scales. Oh. Please tell me there's not a car upside down in there. Oh my god, looks like it too. Look, there's a tire there. And there's a tire here. questions. Need answers. Can't see down to the bottom. Tires poking up out of the water. Clearly there's something in there. Clearly. They line right up perfectly. I only see 2 sets. Again, I can't make this stuff up. We're pretty far from the road, so I doubt it's a car, but still. Something ain't right down in there for 2 tires to be right across from each other. And then we go back to stagnant water because we're at the road. Yay! The next road crossing is from this side going westbound is Seifert Road. Literally, you want to try to pronounce it? There you go. Pronounce this. And it's strange that there's no culvert or anything. Or there's a culvert, ain't there? Yeah, there is a culvert, I think, to allow the water to go from one side to the other. Huh, yeah. I like the old abandoned part. It's got the actual old-time looking bridge to it. Alright, here you go. Look down the trail here. And we'll wrap it up. Nice little hike. He's already started this morning. And thanks for watching.